After finishing a stream, the first thing I do is I go over to my recordings and I wait the 10 billion years for my recordings to come back. Because for some reason, it just takes time to parse all the recordings that I have. Let me grab my YouTube stuff. And I'll just do this the normal way that I do it. All right, so yeah, all I do, simple stuff. Grab this, gotta label it, do that, and all I do is I upload that. I upload it, I add it. I can't do it right now, or else I'll drop frames, but you get the idea. Easy stuff. If we look at my stuffs, here's yesterday. I upload it. I have I copy over that stuff, and yada yada, this and that. So I do that. It's uploading. Easy peasy. The next thing I do is I prepare to cut up the VOD. So I open up DaVinci Resolve. I guess I can keep that over there. And open up DaVinci Resolve. I also again, this is going to be kind of awkward because I'm still streaming on the same thing, but I also come over to Twitch. I open up Analytics, and in Content, I open up Video Producer. I guess I would have to stop streaming to do this correctly, but again, just to give you the basic understandings. I open this up, so I have it, and I can reference it. We can see all the marks that are made. We can see clips that are made. I use this to let me know if there's a clip made, and then after the stream, I'll go check out the clips and things like that. But I have this on my second monitor, so we'll reference this in a second. So I start making my cuts. So just drag over the VOD for today. Bring this over. What, your secrets? Yep, I know. So I marked the beginning of the stream today. I need to get in the process of doing that more, but that's what I do. So that's at 5:21. So I go look for 5:21-ish. All right, find a decent spot to place a cut. Go back to the highlighter. I have two marks here. Usually the second mark is the one, probably like a chapter end or something like that. Well, I guess not in this case. This is just a save. For console games, my marks are usually ahead because there's a delay for console games. So this is pretty much the boring part of, just making cuts. Figure out where my saves are, where my marks are. Boom. Mark them different colors so that I know what I'm keeping and what I'm not. I move over to this one, 2/3/29. I probably should have kept the other one, but I'll show it if I'll show a different example, I guess. And then 3,323. Somewhere around here. Make the cuts. And then I didn't end with the clip, so I don't have to cut the clip. So I guess we could just keep all of this. I used to keep the clips in, but I don't do that anymore. So I need to get rid of the beginning parts. Then I come over here. I have a couple of presets. You can't see them. I don't know why they don't show up, but I have a couple of presets. I have an audio preset for when I'm doing recordings for YouTube videos. I have a 720p 6K preset for some of my older videos that are at 720p resolution. For whatever reason, you can't change the resolution in here. It's weird. I have a 1080p 60 fps 6K, or actually there is no, oh yeah, 6K. And then I have an audio all clips, which is also for YouTube videos. So I just do this one at a time. I browse. I have my YouTube cuts. Go down to the bottom. I change the name. Save it. I add it. I do the next one. Easy stuff. Doesn't take me very long to do because I have the marks, so I don't have to, fish around for stuff of where I'm going to cut. Sometimes it's a little bit more difficult than that. Other times it's more difficult. It just depends. So you don't even look if you cut in the middle of a word or a sentence. I have a couple of cues. The audio hasn't fully loaded right now, so you can't really see it. But if you look here, I'm not speaking, I'm not saying anything. Right here, it's possible I'm saying something. Looks like audio kicked back up. So, I'm not saying when I'm looking away to mark, that's usually a pretty good time to do said mark. So it's highly unlikely that I'm saying something. But also one of the things that I have not shown or anything like that is I have 3 audio tracks. I have this set up in OBS Studio, and this allows me to have the first slot is my voice and the gameplay or whatever I'm streaming. And then the second one is my voice, and the last one is the game. So, for example, yesterday, the very beginning was very quiet. So if I wanted to alter that, I could unlink these clips, and I can go over here and, I can boost up the volume so that it's correct. So that's what I do when I say I'll fix it in post, is I'll actually go and increase the volume. For Final Fantasy 15, it was kind of a nightmare because sound was all over, or not 15, Final Fantasy 16, sound was all over the place and it was insane. So that's what I do. I add all these here and I render them all. I don't know if it's a good idea to render right now while I'm streaming. It's probably fine, but I'll just leave it alone. While that's rendering, let's pretend that I'm rendering. I need to create my highlight, so I marked right here. It's not going over there for some reason. Just not do that. And I'll create the highlight for the stream. I only recently started doing this again. So there was like a huge gap in my Twitch catalog compared to my YouTube catalog, but you could see how easy and quickly it is for me to create a highlight. So I just decided, you know what, I should start doing this again on the Twitch side. Plus, I like watching Twitch VODs more than YouTube VODs when it comes to basically anything that's more than an hour. So there's that. So that's the whole cutting up the VOD and doing all that stuff. By the time the render is done, the uploading of the Twitch VOD is, or the recording rather, is either close to done or something like that. So usually I do that while I'm working at work. And then the other thing I do is I grab the overall stats for the particular stream. Again, this is going to be a little awkward because, again, I am still streaming. But I'll show yesterday's. That'll be a little bit less awkward. So I export the data. And you can see the data right here. I only grab basically this information. We'll go over to my spreadsheet. And you can see the spreadsheet for, that's 2017, for this year so far. Scroll all the way over to February. And all I do is I manually input that stuff. So average viewers, I round up. So I put 7.1. For max viewers, it's 10. So I put that there. Live viewers, you get the idea. For minutes watched, or hours watched, I do put that in there. One thing that I do notice is that I think Twitch counts me both in average viewers and for hours watched. For average viewers, I do not reduce it for my watch, but for the hours watched, I do take out, quote unquote, my contribution. So that's the reason for that. But yeah, that's basically it. Once I input that information, I just close this. And that's that. For YouTube is a little bit different. YouTube is actually kind of a lot different. Where is YouTube? Here we go. So YouTube analytics are they work in mysterious ways. For when grabbing YouTube stats, I actually wait 15 days after the month has completed to then collect that data, because in the past I used to do it as the month went on, and then when I would do the stream and review, I would look at that data again, and I would see that the numbers have all changed. And by waiting 15 days, the likelihood of that happening reduces a little bit. So that's why I do it that way. But to show how I do it on YouTube side, I'll do January, I guess. I go into advanced mode. We'll do January. I grab this data right here. So these particular data points is what I'm going to be grabbing. And I can only do 2 at a time, unfortunately. So it was views and watch time. I grab that. What I do is I use this up here and I export these as Google Sheets. And that'll do that. Then I come over to subscribers and average view duration. I export that as a Google Sheet. And then I just take the column from one and I transfer it over to the other. And then I copy it over to the stream and review. If I were to go to 2013, you can kind of see what that looks like over here. And you know, it's relatively simple. It's been 17 minutes right now, and I've basically accomplished everything that I would normally do after the stream. And you know, I've just been talking about it and doing a lot of extra stuff. So like, it's a super quick process. And you know, it's taken some iterations and stuff like that. I've had to build the spreadsheet and all that other good stuff. But yeah, you know, that's it in a nutshell. Because you only noticed I messed with the description, but oh cool, automatic tags. You're not sure how to do those yourself? Yes. Settings, channel, keywords, I guess. I don't remember seeing all of those. No, that's not. Oh, upload defaults. There we go. There you go. Let me catch up on Le Chat. I do make my own clips too. Well, yes and no. I have my YouTube side here. And what I do is I download all the clips that I really like that are also not like super spoilery. But anyways, like these are the clips that I have downloaded right now that I still need to make. I can even show you how I go about clips. Just to give you an idea of Twitch clips, if I were to grab over this death flag one. What I say about that death flag though? They will wave that sucker all around. Okay, so if I were to grab that one and just, you know, pop that in here, get that imported. And then I just grab that over here, do that, delete this, come back over. Oh, well, got to grab this over like that. And then boom. That's all I have to basically do for that clip. And then, you know, I'll change the name of it over here, do that. And then send it to the edited clips part of it, and then I render it. But getting to this point was, you know, a little bit more difficult because I had to build everything that automatically does it. How does it know who clipped it? It does that by grabbing the information of how I put it here. So like if, as you can see, it has your name, the date, and then the title, and then the duration. The date is coming from what I have here, and then the name is also coming there, and then the title, the clip is also coming there. And then the duration is coming from the actual duration of the clip itself. I had to, like, it doesn't do that automatically. I had to do that with a bunch of trial and error and expressions and things like that. But it's came out nicely. Before, I would have to input all that stuff manually, and that's not fun. But yeah, that's more or less the clips aspect. I'm falling a little bit behind on clips, as can be seen. There are some clips that I do on my own as I go back and watch old playthroughs and things like that. So, I do make my own clips of my stuff too that I find entertaining or funny. For YouTube videos, do I not use tags, timestamps, or personalized thumbnails? I do use. Well, that's a complicated question. Let's see. I'm pretty sure I don't manually add tags, but I have automatic tags that I just have. I don't like go in and add, like, oh, for folklore or Ellen or Keats or whatever for this one. But I do use custom air quotes custom thumbnails, and I can show that as well. That is also After Effects. And I do not do timestamps. That's a whole lot of work. So this is my thumbnail creator. Let's see, sure, Eternal Sonata. So the further I go in time, it shows the parts. I skip part 1 because part 1 is usually the like playlist thumbnail, but there are some games where I do have a part 1, and it's usually if I don't have the info, like for example, Bakura. I just played that recently with Crayson. We didn't do an intro for that one because it was Crayson who invited me to play that game rather than the other way around. So, I just let Crayson run the show. So sometimes I will do a part 1 for something like that, but typically I do not. But yeah, super simple over here. I just grab logos. I go or thumbnails. I have a folder of all bunch of games that I either have played, have interest in playing, or think I might play someday in the future, and I just collect all of those. Some of them I will create or recreate rather on my own. Like for example, Metabots. This was the only logo that I could find for this particular game, and as you can see, it's very low resolution. So instead, I recreated that one so that it can be a much higher resolution. I also did that for some of the Mercenary Saga games. In this instance, I don't necessarily like the white portion of it. Also, I felt like I could have made certain aspects could have been bigger. The stroke is just too thick. So I redid that one. I leave some details out and things like that. And just do what I gotta do. For Mercenary Wings, I really like the bird logo. So I did my best to recreate that. And, I think I did a pretty good job. I'm pretty happy with this particular logo. But, it is what it is. So, I do stuff like that. I have a Illustrator thingamabobber. Illustrator file for me doing this stuff. Oh yeah, I guess I was messing around with Lunar Dragon Song because stuffs. I did Fey Tactics, the Suikoden games. I do that. I was working on the Mega Man Battle Network games, trying to figure out how I want to go about all that. I'm pretty sure I did one of these. I thought I could have sworn I had done that one already. But anyways, you get the idea. So I have all of those thumbnail logos, game logos, and I just throw them in here. After I'm done playing or beating the game, I have how many parts a particular playthrough is. So I just scroll over to find out where it's at. I lock that in and I just render them out, which that can be shown here in my game thumbnails. And I just did Ghost Trick recently, so I have all those there, and I just upload them to the videos after that particular playthrough is done. And that's that. Also, just in case, just to be a little thorough with it, I also, for the first part, like the info aspect of the thumbnail, if I don't do if I don't show part 1 or what have you, I create those, which is a very simple process in Photoshop. Sometimes I have to go out of my way to figure this stuff out. Like Crisis Core. Crisis Core is a very weird logo, so I was like, I'll do my best to figure something out that works best for this. I'm not 100% convinced on this one, but we'll see what happens. But I do this stuff in Photoshop, and yeah, that's that. I also have my E3 and all other stuff, thumbnails here that I do. Here's the Mega Man Battle Network 3. One that I was trying to get an idea of how this would actually look. There's Suikoden 4, Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth. But anyways, I'm sure you get the idea of that. Easy peasy stuff. Do I have a regular time frame for uploading videos, or is it just whenever? And when you say upload, you mean publishing to public. I upload videos every day. Yeah, every day, and it depends on a few factors of how many videos I release. One of those factors is how far ahead am I of stuff. So, for example, This is 2023. We can see this is my publish right now. I'm at Folklore. I still have all of these games to publish for 2023 before I get started with 2024. And like this looks more than it actually is. But this is probably like the bulk of it right here. And I have the parts all the way over here. So I can see their parts. And typically what I like to do is I want the YouTube days to be greater than the stream days if possible. It's not always possible. Sometimes I may goof, but like for Lunar Dragon Song, beat that game in 5 days, and I got 14 YouTube days out of it. Pretty good. Ephemeral Fantasia, streamed that for 12 days. I got 22 days out of it. If the more days I can get out of a playthrough, the further ahead I can get with my releases. But for example, Final Fantasy 16, I released like 2 videos a day for that one because at the time, I was playing, I think I was playing like Tears of the Kingdom or something like that. Which didn't like, I was running out of stuff. I felt like I was gonna reach the end too quickly, so I slow rolled that one. No, actually, I was in September. What was I playing in September? Luminous Arc and Dragon. So right before those ones. So yeah, I had to slow roll that one. But yeah, for the most part, it's just however many videos that particular series has. My default is 3 videos per day. Usually for the first day, I'll do 4 videos because the intro is not really a video. It's just, there for me to say, hey, I'm playing this game and this is what I know about it and, some other info. But typically about 3 videos a day has been working pretty well for me. If I fall behind, sometimes I'll do 4 or 5 videos a day. Sometimes I'll do 2 games at the same time, and maybe it'll be 3 videos each or 2 videos each. Just kind of depends on what it is. See ya the next time I see ya. Peace.